everyone, it's Therapy 365, the Ask Lisa highlights. And here I will periodically address some of the most common general questions I've received from my Love and Life Toolbox readers. So today we're going to look at how to sustain a relationship with a very busy partner. I've received several versions of this question, so I'm going to break it into three situations. The first situation is someone who feels their partner is so busy with work or other life responsibilities that they're feeling disconnected from them. Second situation, someone who feels their partner's lack of availability is less about responsibilities and maybe more about friends or other social choices. Three situation, someone who acknowledges that both them and their partner are busy people and have a lot of responsibilities together. Because of this, they struggle to make time to prioritize each other. Situation number one, busy with work or other life responsibilities. So there's so many things that we can legitimately be trying to balance in our lives. There's work, there's family, there's friends, and our own self-care. And when you're in a relationship with someone, ideally that person feels like they are a priority to you, at least as much as possible. I often circle back to the idea of emotional safety in relationships where no matter what's happening in people's lives, there is this felt sense of, everything's going to be okay, and both partners feel like they will be okay. Feeling prioritized is an important component of emotional safety, and sometimes if a partner is buried in work or other obligations, they can simply forget. So if you're feeling like your boyfriend, girlfriend, or spouse has been so busy they're just checked out, here are some thoughts and helpful ways, and maybe not so helpful ways, to approach them to ask for what you need. So 3 ways not to get your needs met in this situation. 1, you approach your partner in an accusatory way. This will lead to a defensive response. 2, you use guilt to try to get what you want. This can feel manipulative. 3, you engage in scorekeeping or tit for tat. If you're never going to be around, I'll just go out with my friends or something like that. Obviously, that's not going to have a good outcome. 3 healthy ways to attempt to get your needs met in this situation. So 1, this is a healthy way. Lead with telling them how you feel that you're not getting enough time. For example, it seems like we hardly spend one-on-one time together and I miss you. 2, lead with empathy. I'm noticing how much you're working. How's that going for you? I miss spending time together. 3, validate the reality that your partner has a lot they're juggling and try to find creative solutions that work for both of you. Is there an evening you don't have to work late that we can try to grab dinner? So the best way to address a partner who is just slammed with work or whatever is going on is with compassion, that you notice that you aren't spending much time together and what that feels like for you. Situation number 2, the partner who appears to be making choices to do other things rather than spend time with you. Again, we're talking about making sure that you both feel prioritized in your relationship. And in this case, other areas of emotional safety can get dinged, like an overall concern about how loved and cared for you feel by your partner. It can be really easy to be concerned that they would rather spend time with other people. So you want to give them the benefit of the doubt by trying to communicate your feelings to them. And hopefully they would be willing to rebalance their time with you for the sake of the relationship. So 3 steps to communicate your needs in this situation. Number 1, name your feelings related to your partner choosing to be with other people and not you. You might try something like, I'm feeling kind of left out in this relationship. Can we look at getting some activities for us on the calendar? Number 2, if they respond positively, great. If instead they minimize your experience or behave defensively, take the emotional expression a step further by saying, when you appear to choose to see your friends over me or not include me, I don't feel like I'm a priority, or that maybe you prefer to spend time with other people. Number 3, if they respond positively, well done. And if not, you're going to need to explore deeper the ways that your relationship isn't working. It feels like we need to look at how we see a healthy relationship to see if we're out of alignment and can try to compromise. Situation 3. Both partners acknowledge they are busy but have good intentions. So I work with a lot of couples in this boat with hectic schedules between work and kids, especially younger kids, and things can get lost in the shuffle and it can often put a marriage to the wayside, oftentimes without even realizing it. So there are 3 steps to manage this situation. 1, acknowledge aloud that it's an issue. Ideally, you can start from the place of being on the same page and both of you open to finding creative solutions. Number 2, look for opportunities to connect within your busyness. If a couple agrees that they need to do better at prioritizing their relationships, then they can actively search for gaps of opportunity to spend time together. Number 3, schedule date nights, hangout moments, and even sex if needed. If the reality is you're both running like crazy through life, you need to schedule your time together as you would do work and family and other obligations. For example, if you're not having sex simply because you're both out of sync due to being overworked, you just might have to schedule it. Get creative. A healthy relationship is really one with a stable foundation underneath, knowing you care about each other. And this gets demonstrated in a lot of ways, but prioritizing time together is crucial. And if you see your relationship in one of the 3 situations explored in this podcast, I hope you'll try some of my suggestions and see if you can work through it. So, in the next episode, we're going to look at pre-married couples heading towards marriage and 5 important areas to assess before getting married. Until then, check out loveandlifetoolbox.com for emotional health and relationship content by me and other therapy pros. And if you would like a relationship consultation with me via email, click Ask Lisa on the top bar. Take care of yourselves, and remember, at Therapy 365, you're always a work in progress.